Now this exercise, we learn how to add two vectors together. We can add them numerically or we can add them graphically. In this exercise, we're learning the graphical method. Okay, so for example, I have three examples. This is A, and this one is B. So one method is called a head to tail method. So you just put the head to tail together, connect them, but keep their same vectors. Okay, so here, head to tail method. Here, this is the A again, and in fact this is B, and that's B again. So that's B and B again. So the answer, or A plus B, or the resultant vector, are the same thing. Is from the tail of first one here to the head of third one. So that's the resultant. So the resultant is here again. So here's another method which yield the same result. So of course you are the students. You just, if you try to remember a way, but just remember one way. Okay, but I'm here showing you both ways. So this called a parallel method. Basically, you put a tail by tail together to make it like a parallelogram, and the resultant, or the addition of these two, is from to the diagonal of the parallelogram. So once again, so A is here. See, now parallelogram. This is A. Now B is here, and draw B here. Join them tail to tail on the same spot, but keep the drawing the same size, a vector and same direction. Then you draw parallel to B from the tip of B parallel to A, so that make a parallelogram. The resultant is from the diagonal of the parallelogram, from the starting points to the other side of the parallelogram. So you see, you get the same result. This and this and this are the same vectors. So this is how you add. Now here I have some other examples. If the two of them in line, so you can still do the parallel. So this is A, and that's A again. This is B, that's B. So from tail of the first one to the head of the next one, you will get this one. Of course, I'm supposed to draw them right on top of each other. So I draw a little bit to the side so that you can see. Now do the parallelogram. This plus this, little bit awkward because the parallelogram actually clamps into a same line, but you can still follow the same rule. So this is A, that's your B. So this is your A, that's your B. So you can see, and then they join tail to tail to form a parallelogram. But you draw a parallel line from A parallel to B, from B parallel to A, but they all end up at the same point. The diagonal is none other than just this. So these two methods again use the same result, just that the parallelogram is no longer a parallelogram, become a straight line, but the idea still exists. So this is the result of A plus B and A plus B, and all the same. Okay, one more example. So A goes this way. This is sort of like a wind going ahead. So this plus this. So this is the A. So that's the A. Okay, head to tail. So A's head to B's tail this way. And then that is the result. Now again, if you want to do parallel method, so remember, this is A, that is A, and B, you get a B, join tail to tail at this spot, and then doing a parallelogram. So that parallel to this, and this, parallel to this, and to the parallelogram. So the diagonal is that. So that's the result. You see, both methods using this vector is the same vector. All right. If you are learning, you just remember one way. That's it. Because you can easily show that these two methods are totally equivalent. You do this way, head to tail, this way, parallelogram, you get the same result. So the answer I would want to do that is exactly the same. Now I will do one more so that you can. So now your turn. So this is the A, this is the B. For this one, let me do head to tail. So from A, let me duplicate A. So A, So that's A. I sort of A. I'll bring it here. Head is over here. That's A, and B. So I will get another duplicate another B. So that's B. So I put B here. So that's A. That's a B. Okay. And so head to its tail, and then the resultant is from here to there. So with the computer, okay, actually, you guys using just pencil is not a little bit challenge, but if you have a computer screen, so you go from here, another arrow, you see that, to the here. So that's the arrow. Let me make it thicker, make it red, outline, red. That's the resultant from the tail of first one to the head of last one. So outline, and then let me draw it thicker. Weight 2. So that's the resultant. The resultant, I want to draw the same resultant over here. So that's the answer. Now, just let's do the parallel from this one. So either way you can do, so A, so I duplicate A, so make a parallelogram. This time is a tail to tail of this. So that's A. Now B, duplicate, so that's a B. So that's B, like this. So a little bit challenge. A, B, and then parallelogram. What is it? So now I have to be able to draw the straight line. I will use dash line for this. So now from here, parallelogram, parallel to B, this way. Okay, and make like a parallelogram. Using this to adjacent side. Then I make another line, insert another line. So from here, parallel to the other one. So this and that. I try to do the best job I can. Well, okay, so then that's a parallelogram. Then the diagonal line is actually the resultant. Of course, I can cheat a little bit. I suppose I know that is the result. I suppose to get this. Okay, to make it perfect. Okay, let me make my result better. So that one's supposed to be going parallelogram. Okay, of course. I sort of cheating a little bit, just I know the result, but enjoying this. You're supposed to use a ruler to do this. Let me do it. Where is that one? Yeah, so that one should be, let me delete that one. Make sure you know what I'm trying to do. I try to make a parallelogram perfect. So delete that one. So the parallelogram is join the two, and then you leave the dash line, so they make like parallel. So those two bold ones are original two vectors. So then they should have draw a line, an arrow from arrow that across the diagonal, across the parallelogram. Okay, go from here all the way to there. I suppose it would be outline, supposed to be red. That one supposed to be weight, supposed to be that one. So this and that is supposed to be the same. So the parallelogram method. So we just remember this way. Some people prefer to remember this way, and some people remember this way, head to tail. You see, they use the same result. This maybe is slightly different, but I mean the same. So this one, parallelogram, and that one, you all get the same result. So now here is another two. You want me to do one more? Okay, so I will head to tail. Okay, so that's A. Let me duplicate A. Okay, and that's B. The head to tail. So B, A's head. That's B. Okay, and then A plus B is nothing but from the tail of A to head of B. If they put them, if you already put them head to tail, So it is from here, tail of A to head of B. Don't get it wrong direction. Alright, so if you have a pencil, you will do it much better. Okay, and then if you make it stronger, so that's the one, that's the vector. Okay, head to tail. So then if you would say what is the answer of A plus B, you will say that is the answer. So with the computer, I can do it perfectly. So now, see to complete this. So let's do a parallelogram. Okay, so that's A. So you put them tail to tail together. Okay, so that's A, and then the B you join to the tail. So to the B, like that. Okay, A to B. It's a little bit awkward to do, but you get a similar result. So that's B. So what is the parallelogram? So then I will draw the lines. Okay, so from here I will draw the line. I will draw a dash, just those lines, just for you to get the answer. Okay, and that's not the vectors. So then from tip of B, I messed up. Okay, so let me see. Hopefully it's still there. So I will draw a straight line from tip of A, B to parallel to B, but of course same length to there, hopefully, and then draw another line. Draw another line, but I make it a dash. So since it is, I make it a dash. Since it's there for the assistant, for the idea, it's not any real line. They are not vectors. So for the two, so then from tip of this one to parallel to tip of A parallel to B. So see, that's a little parallelogram, very thin and flat one. But see, in this way, it's a little bit challenge. So that's my parallelogram. Hopefully, but the diagonal, you see, I again try to cheat a little bit. It's supposed to get this one. So you're supposed to get that one, parallelogram. If you really draw the parallelogram, you're supposed to get that one. Okay, so that I'm making my parallelogram better. Actually, I'm making my parallelogram better. I think you know what I'm trying to do. I try to make, because I really have to do it with a ruler on the paper to make a parallelogram. So that's a parallelogram measure. Once again, they're head to tail. You can think about it this way. Those of you who are athletes, so you do dash. You dash A, on top of it dash B, so then the tail, and then that's the total. Or that's the resultant. Or you can parallelogram. Okay, you join them tail to tail, and with two adjacent side of parallelogram, you parallel to the other side, from tip of B parallel to A, and then they join there. The diagonal is this, so you get the same result. Okay, the last one is really yours to try to figure out this way, but you just remember one way. Okay, you will get this question in the test, but not exactly this one, but the other two vectors. All right, hope this helps.